Hi, this is Sarah of Spa and Wellness MexiCaribe, and you're listening to SpaCast. And today I'm talking with Emma Roberts of VOYA, and our topic of conversation is the magic of seaweed. Emma Roberts manages the luxury spa brand VOYA's global sales, marketing, and training teams. VOYA caters to evolving demands in the international spa market and has become a leading organic influence. In 2015, Emma was drawn to VOYA's unique brand story and a genuine passion for results driven yet environmentally conscious organic skincare. Emma, welcome to SpaCast. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be speaking with you today.
Thank you. So, seaweed is a really interesting ingredient, and I'm looking forward to learning a lot more about it. So, what makes seaweed so beneficial in spa and skincare products?
I personally think seaweed is really beneficial to all of us. It's one of the nearest things to the makeup of our own blood plasma. So our bodies and skin have a real natural affinity with seaweed, and we really get a lot of benefit from it. It's super rich in lots of antioxidants. It fights free radicals, mineral rich, and replaces all the minerals that are missing from our bodies all of the time, and it really helps plump and hydrate the skin. And many of us are just dehydrated all of the time. So it's a great addition to any spa menu because it's so versatile in what it actually offers us.
Wonderful. And tell us, how is the seaweed harvested and processed to maintain the activity of the ingredients in the products?
So at Voya, we are quite unique in the way that we actually process our seaweed. We actually started as a seaweed bathing company back in 1999, and we process all of our seaweed by hand. I think we're the only company in the world at the moment that actually processes seaweed the way we do. So we have a team of expert harvesters who go out and harvest the seaweed at low tide. The seaweed is all cut by hand because seaweed is a crop and you get good seaweeds and bad seaweeds. And we need to make sure that we're using the most healthy and beneficial types of seaweed within the range. So they actually cut the seaweed by hand. And this also helps us to maintain the natural ecosystems and stops us from damaging any of the marine life within the area. So the seaweed is cut by hand and then collected into barrels, and it's actually brought back to our processing unit in Sligo, County Sligo on the west coast of Ireland. And we actually start the drying process for the seaweed within 2 hours. What this does, it actually helps to encapsulate all that goodness within the seaweed so that we keep it as rich and as nutrient as humanly possible. And we dry and dehydrate the seaweed so that we're capturing all that goodness in there before we go through to the extraction process for the active ingredients that go into our products.
Wonderful. And having seen a couple of the pictures of the harvesting process, I've got to say, I am very intrigued and would love to get out there one day and partake in the collection. It looks so much fun.
Come in summer though, because sometimes when you get big tides and big swells on the west coast of Ireland, big Atlantic swells coming in winter, it's quite harsh environment, so you need to wrap up warm. So summer's definitely the best time to come and see that process happening.
I think having acclimatized to the temperature and climate in Mexico, summer would be the only time I
Yeah,
could cope.
I agree.
Great. So, what types of spas benefit most from offering seaweed based treatments to their clientele, and how can they effectively market these services?
I think that really depends. And I know in the past, and looking at it from a spa director's point of view, a lot of people that are in coastal properties tend to look towards having a seaweed brand more. But actually, it does really suit all spas. So, obviously, if you're on the coast, you're going to have a natural affinity with anything that's coming from the sea to use within your lines, and that will nicely sit on your spa menu. However, if you are in a city centre spa, seaweed is is one of the strongest antioxidants known to man. And we all know what sort of effect the free radical damage has on the skin when you're city centre, how that causes premature aging. So using something that is seaweed based actually helps to counteract that air pollution that you will get in a city. Also, if you're in a desert, it can be very dry and dehydrated for your skin, and seaweed is great for really hydrating the skin and adding all that nourishment back in. So we have a range of 26 different spa services altogether that use different types of seaweed and different rituals that would fit into any spa menu, and you can make it really versatile and bespoke to your spa, which is fantastic. I find that seaweed is one of the most versatile ingredients there are out there.
Excellent. I really love what you said about the versatility and the application of use in spas in city centres, because I hadn't thought of that. I had thought, like you said, we tend to think of oceanside resorts or spas being the ones that would link best with seaweed treatments. But you're right, a city like Mexico City that has high levels of pollution, spas and their clientele would really benefit from offering these services to counteract that environmental pollution that everybody's exposed to.
Yeah, absolutely. It really helps to repair the skin and also helps to protect the skin against any future damage as well. So it's perfect.
Wonderful. Well, I hope that more spas across Mexico, Latin America, and Caribbean will be able to offer these wonderful services in the future. So tell us, Emma, what has been your biggest aha moment within your career?
Oh, I think for me is probably joining VOYA. It was a little bit like coming home, to be completely honest. I feel like part of the family now with VOYA. We all do. We have a great team that works together really closely. And for me, I think working for an organic brand and knowing how sustainable we are, the thought that goes into all the products that we are creating. We're continuously striving to improve everything that we do, from a sustainability point of view, and just looking at formulations, really driving forward organic formulations as well. Everything we do comes from the heart, and you really feel that throughout the whole company. And that's one of the I don't know. I just love it. It makes me feel like I'm home. This is where I belong now.
Wonderful. That's a great reason to join and stay with a company with that kind of culture. I love it. And so tell us, Emma, what is your favorite spa treatment?
So my favorite spa treatment is our Voya Mindful Dreams sleeping ritual. And I know that's a little bit biased, but it's one of the best treatments that I've ever had. It's amazing. So we actually start with a exfoliating foot ritual taken from Ayurvedic medicine to really bring the guest into the treatment room. We do deep breathing and meditation exercises while they're having the foot ritual, and you hold rose quartz crystals, which are wrapped in nice warm towels in your hands to bring you into the treatment room and get you relaxed. Then we do a beautiful hot oil scalp and face massage, which really sort of brings you straight into the treatment. You're pretty much comatose after that, using lots of beautiful pressure points and stretching movements. Then we combine lots of Hawaiian and Balinese massage techniques as we go along the body. It's like the yoga of massage. It's really designed to stretch and relax the muscles and really sort of get you into a nice, deep, rhythmic sleep. It's a beautiful treatment.
Wow, you've really brought that experience to life for me, and I definitely have to put that on my list of treatments to try.
You must. You'll be hooked.
I imagine so. Tell me, what is your advice for your younger self?
Advice for my younger self would probably to just keep doing what you're doing. Don't listen to everybody else all of the time. Don't listen to the haters, and just be strong and keep pushing forward because you got this.
That's great advice. And tell me your favorite quote or saying.
So my favorite quote is Dr. Wayne Dyer: when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Very
I love
true.
that one. I think a lot of it is all to do with perspective, and just by changing your mindset can have just a huge impact on how you approach your day and your whole attitude. And yeah, just the way you think about things can make such a big impact.
I agree completely. And with credit to Sheryl Sandberg for this question, what would you do if you weren't afraid?
Oh, now this is a really big question because there's probably a lot of things that I would do. So my dream, if I weren't afraid of anything and I just got on with it, I would love to own my own business one day and have a retreat for people that are going through treatment for cancer or any sort of illnesses, just to really create a nice welcoming place for them to come and be treated.
That's a wonderful vision, and I could absolutely see you achieving that one day.
One day.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Emma, for joining SpaCast by Spa and Wellness MexiCaribe. This was a really fun question, learning more about seaweed.
Thank you. It was great to speak with you, and thank you for hosting this today.
Thank you. Signing off from SpaCast by Spa and Wellness MexiCaribe. Thank you for listening.